Hi everyone, welcome to CheckMate Millionaire. Not understanding the rules of money is one of the costliest mistakes that people make in their lives. So today, we're going to look at the new rules of money that only the rich know. Make sure to watch all the way up to number 1, because it's that one rule that will definitely make your life better. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel so we can help you know more about being successful in life and in business. In the world of normal people, or those earning average salaries, most of them aspire to become millionaires and billionaires. So they dream about getting wealthy so that they'll stop working and take endless vacations. However, most of the rich individuals don't do those things, and that is one of the rules that they follow to build and maintain their wealth. The rich people aren't necessarily smarter than anyone else, but they have mastered some rules that help them move forward and stay on top. Most importantly, they treat the process as learnable. You can learn it too. So, if you aspire to be super rich, try following these rules that the rich know and witness the financial freedom it will give you. Number 10, you need to own and hold good assets. The game of money is a long-term game, and apart from building a great company, nothing is more rewarding in the long term than owning and holding good assets. Some of the wealthiest people I know personally are those who had bought large pieces of land or houses at dirt cheap prices and then held them for decades. With time, property prices shot through the roof and their net worth exploded in value. Mark Twain had rightly said, "Buy land, they're not making it anymore." Another great option is to buy shares of good companies and patiently hold them for years or decades. Those companies use all their resources to make money for you and others like you who have invested in them. Warren Buffett has some advice on investing, and here's what he said. All there is to investing is picking good stocks at good times and staying with them as long as they remain good companies. Number 9, you need to optimize your spending. If you buy things you don't need, soon you will have to sell things you do need. The biggest financial mistake most people make is buying things they don't need, especially when they can hardly afford them. Life isn't a straight line. Sometimes you will make a lot of money, and other times business will be down. So if you don't have a cash cushion, you will have to sell things you really need to pay the bills at the end of the day. All that you need is a roof over your head, food on the table, and some wheels to get around, even if they are not your wheels. So always limit your expenses that you don't really need and focus on using your financial resources to build an extra source of income. Many times I've heard stories of people who inherited millions of dollars or even billions, but ended up broke because they bought too many things they don't need. Even athletes like Mike Tyson, who made over $300 million over his career, but had to file bankruptcy once he retired, is a good example. Number 8, you must put your money to work for you. The worst investment you can have is cash. Everybody's talking about cash being king and all that sort of thing. Cash is going to become worthless over time, but good businesses are going to be worth more over time. If you know anything about money, then you've probably heard about the concept of inflation. Paper money has no intrinsic value. It's merely created by the Federal Reserve to make it easy to measure the value of goods and services. Every year, the Fed either prints more money or in some way pumps more money into the economy. This decreases the value of the existing cash in the economy. So, having a lot of cash isn't real wealth. You will reach wealth when you own businesses that constantly produce something and grow assets that in some way provide value, like a property that can be rented out. So don't strive to have more cash. Instead, use that cash to buy businesses that can grow. Number 7, you need to have savings. The 7th rule to getting rich is saving. It's not enough to just make money, you have to save it as well. Otherwise, you'll just end up like any number of famous celebrities who've gone bankrupt. Income alone just doesn't cut it. You have to save. But the real rule to get rich here is saving until it hurts. How much is that? Well, if you're not hurting yet, it's not enough. Number 6, you don't have to follow the crowd. COVID-19 came out of nowhere and killed some industries such as tourism, healthcare, and many others are being completely ripped apart. And thus, the popular belief is that they're not very good industries to think about when starting a new business. Right now, everyone is looking for a business that is booming. We're talking about Zoom, Uber, financial services, marketing, social media. But what about the old industries? They need a replacement for an innovation to be able to survive the next pandemic instead of following what everyone else is doing. Play your own game. Look for innovation in industries that are hit. This will also give you a lot more room to maneuver and less competition. That's how the next Amazon will be born, the next Google, and the next Tesla when an industry is dying. There are 2 possibilities. 1, it will be dead forever. 2, it will be innovated by entrepreneurs. Take, for example, the case of printing. No one really reads the newspaper anymore. We've got podcasts, television, and social media. Why would I get a huge paper when I can access all that information and a lot more from a small device that I keep in my pocket? Number 5, plan your moves in advance. Most people don't have financial goals because they're afraid that they won't be able to hit them. Well, let me ask you a question. How are you supposed to hit goals if you don't set them? Setting and achieving goals is highly rewarding and fulfilling. If you weren't doing anything with money, you're just floating around with no real purpose. Then what's the point in working so hard? You need a purpose, and then you need to plan your moves well to set you up for success. Number 4, invest only in things that you understand. Speculation is most dangerous when it looks easiest. If you remember back in 2017, when cryptocurrencies were rising like Falcon 9, everyone was jumping on board. No one wants to miss this opportunity, but most of them had no idea what Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are. They thought that they could get in and make a fortune, but soon prices crashed and some people lost their entire life savings. Not to say that Bitcoin is useless, but never invest in something that you don't understand, and that risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. Warren Buffett has a quote, "There are literally millions of ways to make money, but if you don't know enough about it, then you're gambling." Can you get lucky? Of course, but what are the chances that you can get lucky? Go and ask people who buy lottery tickets. Not much, so don't speculate. Number 3, you need to understand that growing wealth takes time. Patience is very important for a couple of reasons. First, if you're patient, you're probably going to make more money. Let's say that you're investing and the company you bet your money on is making a huge profit right now. If you're impatient, you will sell your assets and cash in on your stocks. But should you really want to wait just another couple of years, you may double the money that you'd make if you sold now. This obviously comes with a risk, potentially. You could lose all that money if you keep waiting, but it comes down to research and realistic expectations. This is the case of regular day-to-day investors that do it as a side hustle or just fun. You always hear them complaining about selling too early. Now they could have made X amount of dollars if only they hold on to the assets for just a couple of years more. Second, patience is the secret sauce to business success. Money doesn't come quickly. In fact, you have to make the money, not run after it. There's this famous quote that goes something like, "If you chase money, it runs. If you make money, that's a huge difference." Money can also make itself through investments. The truth is that people don't suddenly make a lot of money, except when they win the lottery, but rather they work super hard their entire lives. And then, 20 or 30 years later, their hard work starts to pay off. Elon Musk didn't just make $120 billion because he worked so hard last year. In fact, he probably didn't work as much as he usually does, because for the last 17 years, Elon Musk worked day and night to make Tesla a successful company. He has invested over 80% of his own fortune that he has made from people into Tesla, and in 2008, the company literally was on the verge of bankruptcy. Elon Musk spent his last dollars to save Tesla and was homeless for a while since he couldn't afford to pay the bills. Imagine making $180 million, but still can't afford rent because you invested your entire fortune into your next startup. In 2018, Tesla was struggling financially again, and Elon Musk reached out to Tim Cook to convince Apple to buy Tesla. But Tim Cook even refused to meet him. Elon Musk still somehow managed to save Tesla. Today, Tesla is worth over $500 billion, and Elon Musk is the second richest person in the world. So if you want to be in a better financial position 10 or 15 years from now, you better start planting your tree now. Number 2, you are your best investment. You are the center of the system responsible for your money, success, and happiness. And if you want that system to continue producing outstanding results for a long time, you must invest generously in yourself. Hence, you should take good care of your health, nurture your relationships, and work to expand your knowledge. Number 1, you have to earn the money first. If you really want to become rich and grow wealth, you have to earn it. There's no way you're going to get to what you want and where you want to be if you're not trying to get there. With money, this is pretty darn straightforward. You want money? Go out there and start making it. Get a job, get a second job, get a third job. Start side hustling and doing side projects to make more money. Are you in college? Get a side job in college to pay for school. The bottom line is, if you want to grow wealth, you have to earn income. There are potentially thousands of ways to earn income, and you need to find the best thing that you can do and get to work. There is nobody stopping you. there's nothing in your life preventing you. The only roadblock to you earning more is yourself. So stop with the excuses and focus on this first rule to get started. You have to earn your wealth. So there you have it, great people. What do you think we have left out? Please tell us about those amazing things in our comments section. If you like this video, smash the like button and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thanks.